I believe this is, without question, the Tea Party downgrade. This is the Tea Party downgrade because a minority of people in the House of Representatives countered even the will of many Republicans in the United States Senate.
Horse-faced Senator John Kerry saying it's a Tea Party downgrade that the S&P threw out late Friday. Let's have some Tea Party terrorists join us here at Houston's Morning News. Scott Bartholomew from the Tomball Tea Party and Katrina Pierson with the Dallas Tea Party. Welcome to you both to Houston's Morning News. Great to have you with us.
Yeah, great to be here.
Good morning.
All right. Let's start ladies first. Katrina, I know you're from the Dallas area where, like us here in Houston, you've been dealing with some incredible heat. So I'm assuming that the $14 trillion that the Tea Party in Dallas stole, at least according to John Kerry, you've used for what, ice and air conditioning? Is that right?
That's right, ice and air conditioning, and I just really want them to make up their mind. A few months ago, the Tea Party didn't exist anymore, we're not doing anything, and now all of a sudden we're controlling the world's financial market.
Well, and Scott, in Tomball, what did you do with your share of the $14 trillion that apparently the Tea Party is now responsible for spending?
Well, I'm planning on taking a trip to see relatives where it's a little bit cooler, so I think I might be doing that fairly soon.
It is.
I think it's about 65 degrees up in Minnesota, where I grew up. So,
well, that sounds good right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, that sounds great.
It's interesting, Scott and Katrina, that the Tea Party is being vilified. If it wasn't for the Tea Party, we would have never focused our attention in this country. Certainly, Scott and Katrina, you've been focused. I've been focused. Many people in this audience focused on the fact that we need to cut spending, but you guys got the country focused on what we needed to be focused on, and you held lawmakers' feet to the fire, Katrina.
Well, we did, and it's kind of like those jobs that Obama saved or created. Where are those numbers? But here we are with a $2 trillion accounting missing piece of information, and we're in control of everything. And it's like you're at home and you do a budget, or don't for that matter, and you spend a few $1,000s, and you go back and you want to spend more, and your credit card company says, hey, you're a little bit over limit. And then we say, let's just raise that limit. Well, you can't do that forever, and that's what the Tea Party has been screaming about since day one, since 2009.
Right.
And they're doing it here in the federal government, and they're wondering why we had a credit downgrade, which I might add that Obama inherited a AAA rating.
He did. He also inherited a mess, as you know. And Scott, Katrina, when we come back, I want to ask you about the future of both of your Tea Parties, and do you see your ranks increasing or decreasing? We'll get the answers to those questions in just moments.
Your Houston Morning News with Matt Patrick continues.
KTRH News Time is 8:23. We're joined by Scott Bartholomew from the Tomball Tea Party and Katrina Pierson with the Dallas Tea Party. They are Tea Party terrorists. They are Satan sandwiches. They are the worst of the worst. They are people that actually think that we should balance our budget in this country. How dare they? Now, Scott, considering the fact that you are a terrorist organization, do you see your ranks increasing in Tomball, or are people abandoning you because they realize how horrible you are?
Well, I think we're going to increase. There's a lot of white, male, middle-aged terrorists that are out there looking to save money. But I'll tell you where they're right. We should have been doing this about 30 years ago. I think in a lot of ways we're kind of trying to fix the fence after the cows are out. When I was a kid, I thought if I voted, I'd done my civic duty, but I think I was wrong. I think the maintenance of a free republic requires a much greater commitment than just showing up to vote in November. You really have to get involved. And we're finding that there are more people that agree with that are getting involved and trying to say, let's stop this. But at this point, I think blaming the Tea Party is a little bit like going to the Betty Ford clinic and blaming your treatment counselor for your alcoholism. I mean,
I understand now why they call you terrorists, Scott, for crying out loud, making fun of people that have addictions. Katrina, in Dallas, tremendous terrorism with Tea Party members there in Dallas. Now, do you notice more terrorists putting on the fatigues, taking up arms and joining the Tea Party, or are there less people involved?
More and more terrorists every day of all ages, shapes, and colors. And it's to the point now to where you wouldn't believe this, but because we work nationally, we've become the terrorist kiosk.
Ooh.
People contact us from out of state just to find out where they can get in touch with their local terrorist organization.
So you are a terrorist kiosk?
Yes.
I like that. I mean, I don't know if they've heard that yet in Washington, but that could be a whole new reason for them to whip a little hate on the Tea Party because you've become Tea Party terrorists. Well, listen, on behalf of all of us here in Houston, I want to thank you, Katrina, and the Dallas Tea Party for keeping the lawmakers' feet to the fire, and Scott in Tomball, all of the great Tomball Tea Party patriots. We want to thank you all. Continue to do the great work. Continue to hold our lawmakers' feet to the fire, and let's see what we all can do as Tea Party terrorists to get our expenses under control in this country.
That's right. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah.
Thank you very much, you guys. We certainly do appreciate it.